God spoke to Moses after the death of Aaron's two sons. When having drawn near to God, they died. God spoke to Moses, "Speak to your brother Aaron, and tell him that he must not come whenever he wishes into the sanctuary beyond the partition curtain, in front of the cover that rests upon the ark, in order that he not die. For I appear in a cloud over the ark. It is only by means of the following procedure that Aaron must enter the Holy of Holies, by bringing a young bull as a sin offering and a ram as a scent offering. He must wear a linen tunic paid for with sanctuary funds. Linen trousers must be upon his flesh. He must gird himself with a linen sash, and he must wear a linen turban. These are the holy garments, and therefore he must immerse himself in the water of a mikveh before he dons them. From the community of the Israelites he must take 2 he-goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as a scent offering. Aharon must bring forward his sin offering bull and atone for himself, for his household. He must take the 2 he-goats and place them before God outside the entrance to the tent of meeting. Aharon must place lots upon the 2 he-goats, and 1 lot for God and the other lot for Azazel. Aharon must offer up the he-goat upon which the lot for God came up by designating it as a sin offering. The he-goat for which the lot for Azazel came up must be left standing alive before God to atone by confession on it, and to send it away into the desert to Azazel. Aharon must bring forward his sin offering bull and atone for himself and for his household. He must slaughter his sin offering bull. He must take a pan full of burning coals from upon the altar, from before God, and the 2 handfuls of fine incense, and bring it beyond the curtain. He must place the incense upon the fire before God, so that the cloud of the incense envelop the ark cover that is above the tablets of the testimony, in order that he not die. He must take some of the bull's blood and dash it with his index finger towards the eastern side of the ark cover. He must then dash some of the blood with his index finger 7 times in front of the ark cover. He must then slaughter the he-goat that he designated as the people's sin offering, and bring its blood beyond the curtain. He must do with its blood as he had done with the bull's blood. He must dash it towards the ark cover and before the ark cover. He will effect atonement for any defilement of the holy things caused by the states of ritual defilement carried by the Israelites, for their rebellious acts and for all their unintentional sins. Aharon must perform the same procedure on the tent of meeting, through which God dwells with the Israelites, even while they are in their states of defilement. No person may be in the tent of meeting when Aharon enters it to effect atonement in the Holy of Holies until he goes out. Only thus will he effect atonement for himself, for his household, and for the entire assembly of Israel. He must then proceed outward to the altar that is before God and effect atonement upon it. He must take some of the bull's blood and some of the he-goat's blood, and place it on the protrusions of the altar in an encircling manner. He must then dash some of the blood upon it with his index finger 7 times. He will thus purify it of ritual defilements caused by the Israelites and sanctify it. After he finishes effecting atonement for defilement of the Holy of Holies, the tent of meeting, and the altar, he must bring the live he-goat. Aharon must lean both of his hands upon the live he-goat's head and confess upon it all the Israelites' willful transgressions, all their rebellions, and all their unintentional sins. He will place them on the he-goat's head. He must send it off to the desert with the man readied for this task. The he-goat will carry upon itself all other sins to a precipitous land in the desert. He must send the he-goat off to its death. Aharon must enter the tent of meeting. He must remove the linen garments that he wore when he entered the Holy of Holies, and leave them there. He must immerse his flesh in the water of a mikveh in a holy place, and don his garments. He must go out and sacrifice his scent offering, followed by the people's scent offering. He will thereby effect atonement for himself and for the people. He must burn up the fat of the sin offering upon the altar. The person who sends the he-goat off to Azazel must immerse his garments and immerse his flesh in the water of a mikveh. After doing so, he may enter the camp. Someone must take the sin offering bull and sin offering he-goat, whose blood was brought into the sanctuary in order to effect the atonement in the Holy of Holies, outside the camp. They must burn their hides, flesh, and waste matter in fire. The person who burns them must immerse his garments and immerse his flesh in the water of a mikveh. After doing so, he may enter the camp. The following will be an eternal rule for you. In the 7th month, on the 10th of the month, you must afflict yourselves and not do any work, neither the native Israelite nor the convert who lives among you. For on this day God will effect atonement for you in order to purify you. You will be purified before God all of your sins. It is a Sabbath of rest for you, and you must afflict yourselves on it as an eternal rule. Only the high priest, whether he is anointed or he is invested to serve in his father's stead, may effect atonement. Only he must don the linen garments, the holy garments. He will effect the atonement for the Holy of Holies, and he will effect the atonement for the tent of meeting and for the altar, and he will effect atonement for the priests and for all the people of the assembly. All this will be an eternal rule for you in order to effect atonement upon the Israelites for all their sins, once each year. Aharon performed these rites as God had commanded Moses.